My name is Veronica Motloutsi. I come from the north of Pretoria in a township called Soshanguve. That's where I grew up. I matriculated there and I went to Tshwane University of Technology. Then they used to call Tincon Northern Gauteng. Also in Soshanguve then took a different journey in terms of education. So I've been through a lot of provinces and also around the world in terms of my education and trying to get qualified. I'm a mother of two and a beautiful wife and a business executive at Vodacom. I'm responsible for commercial operation for Vodacom Africa. I'm also a founder of Africa Lead. The purpose of the movement of Africa Lead really is to leverage technology or digital innovation to create a new economy for Africa, because I believe that using digital we can be able to leapfrog and be ahead of other markets. We have the skills, we've got the mindset, the technology is ready to take us forward. All we need to do is to organize ourselves, talk to the policy makers, talk to the business funders, just to have the same vision that can take Africa forward. I'm passionate about Africa. I love Africa. I am the daughter of the soil. I like to change, one, the lives of people, especially of women. I truly believe in women and the potential that they have as individuals and the potential we have as a united front. I also believe in my continent, that I believe that I was called at such a time as this whereby I can be a leader who will encourage the creation of new Africa. And as such, I believe that I'm a game changer. And that has started a long time ago. Even when I was young, I had new ideas that could change the life of people. When I'm at work, I always see how things can be done differently. That's what made me successful in my career, because I see things different and I look at opportunities to change the status quo or change the life of people that I am meant to impact. A phrase that best describes me is a game changer. I am a game changer. I grew up in Soshanguve and I spent the most important part of my life there. That township shaped who I am. I was raised by my grandparents. I'm my grandfather's daughter. Growing up, I was very talkative. I used to stammer a lot. I used to like playing and I was so uncontrollable. But he's the guy who really understood the person that I am. I remember when I was in a preschool, my teacher invited my grandmother and said to her, you know what, this child is very brilliant and we're thinking of promoting her to another level. And my grandmother said, no, not this one. Let her just go through the phases. And I was like that. I was brilliant. I was the top student. I always wanted to be number one in class, you know, yet playful, yet expressive. I remember my grandfather saying to me, say, baby, you are not called for the kitchen. Kitchen is not yours. You are called for the world. And as I see my life unfold, I remember those words and the word that really allowed me to see life the way it is now, that I should not be put in a box. I can go over and above my boundaries, my continent, and be out there and lead as a woman. When I completed my matric, really, to be honest with you, I did not know what I wanted to do. I had so many ideas. And I remember going to Technical Northern Gauteng, and I looked for a shortest queue, which was information technology, and I said, I'll queue there. Little did I know that that will be my passion, that will be my bread and butter. And also I believe that all things work together for good for those who love the Lord, that God sometimes will direct your steps and will lead you into the area of your purpose. I started the first year of my studies. I was the best student in class. I finished on time, graduated, then decided to pursue my bachelor degree. I went to the Free State. I didn't know anyone. I stayed there. I studied. I worked. I bought my first house. I bought my first car, because I was taught responsibility that even when I'm far from my parents, there are certain values, there are certain things that I needed to do, because it's the type of parenting, it's the type of guidance and teaching that I got at home. I was also, because when you are raised by grandparents, you've got uncles and aunts, so I had so many people providing love, providing guidance, making sure that I stay on the narrow path, and the attention that I got, really, today I appreciate it, because it has built me to the woman that I am today.
In this planet of over 7 billion people, no one's unimportant. See, there's a difference only you can make, be it small or large. No one has the ability to laugh out loud like you do. No one's eyes sparkle like yours when great joy fills your heart. I tell you, absolutely no one has a rejuvenating smile. No one walks like you, no one talks like you, no one can be you. You're one of a kind, a voice to be heard.
King's Chat is where you matter most. Download the app right now from the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and start kinging.
I'm passionate about how technology can change Africa. For most of the time, we were this black continent, everybody coming here just to take and take and take. And I'm at the point whereby I say it must stop. We Africans need to rise to the call of digital, making sure that we use the platform to be more innovative and to change our story. And hence that's why I started Africa Lead, because I'm trying to get into the mind of every African that it's time for us to rise, it's time for us to lead, and it's time for us to take responsibility of our beautiful continent. I'm also passionate about women. I coach a lot of women, I've coached a lot of ladies, because I believe that until women arise, our continent will not go anywhere. We need women who will go forth. We need Deborahs, we need the Esthers of this world who will go forth and create the change that is needed for such a time as this. My journey is special to me because I had a visitation when I was in my room, and I surrendered my life to the Lord. I prayed. I didn't know what type of a prayer I prayed, but I remember praying. And then I realized that I needed to find myself a church. What is so special is that how God led me to a spirit-filled church that taught me about living a purpose-driven life. My pastor played a very important role in my life, guiding me. So everything that I do, it's about my purpose. It's about my destiny. And God ordered my steps. Even the call for Africa, God has placed in my heart because it's aligned to where He's taking me. I don't take my spiritual life for granted. I ask God for guidance. I ask God for direction. Sometimes I find myself fasting and asking God, what should happen? Where should I go? And that doesn't mean that my life has been easy. You know, they said the more is given to you, the more challenging it is. I decided to hold on to the one that called me. And I had a faith that by trusting Him, by believing Him, He will take me somewhere else. And that's how my life unfolds on a daily basis, because I trust in the one that has called me. I published 2 papers in the area of IT. The first one was the effectiveness of program to recruit and retain women in IT. This is a male-dominated industry. Yet, more than 50% of graduates at the university level are female. And the question there is that what happened to those women? What happened to those females? My study revealed that women, they go into IT but soon disappear because of the nature of the beast or the nature of the industry that we are in. And the only way to rectify this challenge is through policies and having women that could mentor and coach young women that are interested in pursuing IT as a career. My second paper was around IT governance, and at that time I used to work for a bank, and there was a trend around IT spending and how we can govern the IT spending. So I spent time interviewing CIOs, trying to understand what are the best ways to govern the IT spending, to make sure that we get value, or the business get value from all the IT transformation project. So those are the 2 papers that I have researched, and I am planning to research more, especially in the area of digital innovation, because that's where the world is moving toward, and I want to be in the forefront of such research and lead the whole digital transformation or the creation of a new economy for Africa using digital or technology. My role is a very challenging one. I am responsible for all the customer channels and as well as the customer experience for Vodacom International businesses. So that requires me to really understand the business and make key decisions around what we're gonna do to create the best experience for our customer. So in my job, you have to be bold and trust your decision, trust your experience. You have to consult a lot with the market. So I spend time traveling, going into the market, understanding the operations, what are the gaps, and based on that, making key decisions that will take the organization forward. It comes with experience, it comes with understanding the operation and understanding where the organization is heading to. And that guides the decision-making process. It's also about taking a risk, that as a leader in an organization, you have to take risk that will create value for my organization. And that's what I do in my current role at Vodacom. They say the best career decision is to marry the right guy. I chose my husband because we were aligned in terms of our vision, and I knew that he will support me in my career journey. I spend a lot of time working during the week, and I use the weekends to spend time with my kids and try to run errands and do things that I cannot do during the week. So that's what I do. I have also created a supporting system around me. I've got a helper at home. I've got many aunts, my friends. They step in when I cannot do much. And that's what helps me to really succeed at work. It's about creating the support system. It's about having an understanding spouse and having conversation with my kids. My young one is small, but I'm trying to spend as much time as I can with him. But he also has to learn that mommy has to work. All these things that I have because mommy has to work and daddy has to work. Somewhere we do the compromise, but in terms of work-life balance, it's very difficult to achieve. All you need to do is to have a strong support system. You are watching High Definition with Veronica Motloutsi from Africa Lead.
Hello, I'm the new C-Flips. My creators call me 2.0 because I recently got the makeover my fans had been waiting for. This has got them going, wow, cool, because now they can do this and do that and do that one. Oh yes, that one too. I'm much more powerful. This means you can do this and try to beat that. Moving through my sections and finding things are no longer a puzzle. Because you love being social, I was built to help you connect with others. So now, you can follow him as she follows you. Watching videos is definitely an experience you'd love. You can do this while you watch. A teens program doesn't feel like a teens program anymore. Proud of your teens, I'm sure.
Sure.
My fans now say that with me, you can achieve anything. So yeah, everything has changed.
You are still watching High Definition with Veronica Motloutsi. I have won many awards in my career or in my life. But I will talk about the biggest two, which the first one was the top performer at Nedbank. Here I had saved the bank some millions in terms of the process that I was redesigning for them. When I got that award, I knew that hard work pays. Being focused, being driven, trying to get to a certain goal. You know, as an individual, when you are given a task, you do it with the aim of getting somewhere. You use it as an opportunity to market yourself. And when I was working on that project, I use it to rebrand or brand Veronica in the bank. And it really worked. At the end of the day, I got awarded the top performer award for the whole organization. For me, it shows that hard work really pays. The second one was at Vodacom. So I was recognized by women who said that Veronica is making an impact in our lives. Veronica is mentoring us, is coaching us. Veronica is a role model. And I was nominated and I competed with other women in the whole of Vodacom market, and I was nominated as a top inspiring women. And that for me, it says that whatever you do, if you care about others, if you care about the development of others, they will notice, they will recognize you for what you are doing. So don't get tired in doing good, because at the end of the day, people see and you will be awarded for that. I have achieved a lot in my life, most of them at a very young age. And I don't take any of those achievements for granted, because they all took hard work, they all took dedication and being focused. My proud moment was when I was a lecturer at Tshwane University of Technology, and having to impact knowledge to the students that were passionate about IT. And I had an experience in the workplace, and I was shaping their thoughts, I was shaping their views about being a very skilled and involved individual in our country. At that time, they were taking life for granted. They all wanted to pass. And I told them that this is not about getting an A. This is about acquiring knowledge that you can be able to go into an organization and being able to compete fairly with their white counterparts and Indian counterparts. For me, that was my proudest moment, and if I have to go back and be a lecturer, I would do that. By the grace of God, I was appointed to sit on the Tshwane University of Technology Council as an IT expert. This gives me an opportunity to shape the future leaders, to shape the curriculum, and to shape the institution to be able to compete better with other big institutions or educational institutions in Africa. There are a few projects that I'm working on. The first one is Africa Lead with Veronica Motloutsi, leading with digital technology. I'm planning to take it to the rest of Africa and outside Africa. The second one is around women, that we as women, we can work together without bringing each other down. I have themed it not in my name, that before you can pull another woman, fight with another woman, you need to think twice and refuse to create that brand for yourself as a woman. That women, we need to work as a unity, because there is a strength in that. You know, I had moments whereby things were really tough, and all I had was hope and faith. And I believe that those moments had shaped the woman that I am today. I am at the point whereby when the enemy tried to shake me, I tell the enemy that not this time. Because all the challenges that I had in my life allowed me to be an overcomer. So when I experience a problem or a challenge, I know that I'll come out on the other side as a victorious person. Those experiences have shaped the woman that I am today, the leader that I am today. Those were my lessons that I also share with the women that I mentor or the men that I mentor, that all these things work together for good. We all have the capability and the capacity to succeed. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what your background is. If you focus, you put your trust in the Lord, and you prepare yourself for the journey that you're about to take, you will get there. There are 4 doors of opportunities, because sometimes when doors are closed, we get discouraged. The first one that I would like to talk about is the physical door. To open that door, you have to use the physical force. You have to go and study. You have to go and research. You need to understand what you want to achieve. The second door requires a code to open it. So now you need to know, what code do I need to use to be able to go through this particular door? It might be at work. What code do I need to get promotion? The third door is about being around a certain vicinity, whereby when you approach the door, it opens itself, meaning that you need to be around the right people. You need to network so that certain doors can be opened. I see young people making a biggest mistake, that they don't want to go out there, they don't want to network, they are on their own. And at the end of the day, they struggle, then give up. Networking is very important and it's key to your success and to your journey. The last one is about timing. There are doors that open at a certain time. You need to also know what your seasons and your times. Don't expect to knock at the door or open the door that is not ready for you. Understand the time and the season. We are all able to achieve greatness if we put our mind to it. You have a vision, you write it down, you go out there and you achieve it, and you will make it.